Welcome back, folks. So to begin the effortless scale method, way of viewing guitar scales and the 7-note or the diatonic major and natural minor scales, the first thing we need to think about is the reference points that we have for the scale. Now, this isn't the cage system. This is very different, and it's got benefits when thinking in terms of playing rock, which maybe we can discuss. So the first thing to think about is the effortless scale method is based on referencing 4 chords. So if we were in the key of C major, we would be referencing the E shape, C. So yes, I know this is sounding like caged, but there is a difference. So we think of this as being the root 6 major shape, because the root of the chord is on the 6th string, and it's a major chord. So that would be the first chord, which we will reference in the effortless scale method. The second one would be this chord. So that again is a C, and that is the root 5 major shape, because it's a major chord, and the root of the shape is on the 5th string, that C note there, 3rd fret on the 5th string. The other chord which we use as a reference is A minor. Now we might think, why, if we're in the key of C, are we using A minor as a reference? Now that's because every major chord, every major scale has a relative minor scale. Easiest way to think of it, if you look at a piano, all the white keys are in the key of C. They are also in the key of A minor. If you were to play maybe a different scale on the piano, if you were to play a G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, then G, that would be in the key of G major. But those same notes, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, are also in the key of E minor. So every major scale has a relative minor and vice versa. So they share things in common, or all the same notes. So in the key of C, we've got this chord, that E, root 6 major, we've got that root 5 major, and we've got the relative minor shapes, which is A minor. So we've got this, we've got that root 6 minor shape there, and we've also got this root 5 minor shape here. So if you kind of look at the neck, we've got a chord here, we've got a chord here, which is a root 6 minor, we've got a root 6 major here, and we've got the root 5 minor here. Now there's only a little gap, which is here, and that is where the Dorian shape, as it's typically called, is found. But you see this shape here, and the scale surrounding it actually hits all those notes on the left side of the Dorian, and then this root 5 minor shape here and the scale around it hits all these notes of the Dorian as well. So what we have is a very useful way of viewing the fretboard, which covers all the notes, and we don't have to think of 2 reference points for any one given shape. For example, the shape that we find here on the 5th fret in the key of C, we only have to think of one reference word for that. We think of the A minor, as opposed to thinking in the key of C, I've got a shape here, but then if I'm thinking in the key of A minor, I've got a shape here as well. We keep it simple by just thinking of it in reference to one reference point. So before we move into the next episode, how do you find the relative major and relative minor? Well, if you're in the key of C, you find a C note, and you go back 3 semitones. So 1, 2, 3, A minor. Might recognize that fingering as being box 1 of the minor pentatonic. So if you put your pinky where the major is, you will find the minor, the relative minor, where your first finger is. Or vice versa. If you're in the key of G minor, you put your index finger there, and wherever your pinky lands, 3 semitones up, or 4 frets, however you view it, that will be the relative major, in this case B flat. So let's move into the first episode, the second episode, where we can actually have a look at the shapes surrounding this effortless scale method.